My name is Andrea Askowitz, and I write a lot about being married to a Venezuelan Roman Catholic. There are certain differences, but there are also lots of similarities. Thank you. Kumbaya.
I'm a Jew. I know about the 613 religious laws, but what's cool about being Jewish is I don't have to follow them. I don't have to keep kosher. I don't have to get a Shabbos goy to push the elevator button on Saturday. I don't even have to believe in God. So when Victoria was pregnant with our son, I said, "We don't have to circumcise." "Andrea, stop," Victoria said. "We do have to." She had already told me 50 times that when she first saw an uncircumcised penis, it was so ugly, she cried. When we discussed baptism, I almost cried. Victoria, who's a Venezuelan Roman Catholic, said, "My mom thinks if the baby dies before baptism, he'll go to hell." I said, "Will Tashi go to hell?" "Tashi's the child I carried." Victoria said, "Tashi's Jewish." I said, "Aren't we raising both our children Jewish?" "Yes," Victoria said, "but if we don't baptize, my mom will crucify me." I said, "If we do, I'm out of my mom's will." I called my mom. She said, "Here's my counteroffer." I'll pretend the baptism never happened if we can get a circumcision. That night, my mom came over for dinner. Her car pulled up, and Victoria went outside. I watched Victoria with her swelling belly hold my mom's hand as they came inside, and I got this kumbaya feeling. I ladled out the chicken soup and resigned myself to circumcision. In this case, I thought it was probably best. Our son, baptized and birthed from a shiksa, would at least have a Jewish penis. And then I got an idea. We should have a baptism bris. Victoria said, "What's a bris?" I told her how people gather at the house and how a special rabbi called a moil cuts the foreskin. It's the circumcision party. I said, "We can do the snip and then the drip." We'll call it a snip and drip. The more I thought about it, the more I loved the idea. Everyone will already be together, I said. We'll honor both of our religions. Victoria said, "At home? In front of everybody? That's freaky." I said, "Baby, to me, nothing's freakier than baptism, except maybe Jesus nailed to the cross." Why do they always hang the Jesus above the bed? "A rabbi is not a doctor," Victoria said. Her face looked flushed, steaming mad, or maybe it was pregnancy glow. I said, "He's a trained professional." She said, "Why are you becoming so Jewish all of a sudden?" I spent the rest of Victoria's pregnancy wondering, Why am I becoming so Jewish all of a sudden? I surveyed everyone I knew on the subject of baptizing Jewish children. Every Jewish person said, absolutely no way. Christians said, it's just a little water. I hadn't seen this stark a split in public opinion since the O.J. Simpson trial. But what bothered me, even more than the predictability of people's biases, was the idea of half my family being saved and the other half damned. I didn't think anyone would land in hell, but just in case, what about Tashi? What about me? I had one kid and Victoria was having the other, but we were one family. I didn't want to split in any way. So we made an appointment with a priest. He told us baptism was the first step in becoming a Catholic. He said no priest would perform the sacrament unless there was that commitment. But he said anyone who's been baptized could perform a baptism, as long as there's water and the mention of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. By Victoria's third trimester, I was warming up to the idea when I talked to Stephanie, one of my best friends. I said, it's just that baptism scares me. Stephanie asked, what are you afraid of? I said, getting wiped out. Do you mean assimilated or killed? Well, both, I guess. Haven't they been killing us forever? Stephanie said, okay, so there's Pharaoh, Isabella, Hitler, now Victoria. Oh, God, I said. We probably have memories of getting killed in our collective unconscious. For the first time, I understood the insecurity of the Jewish people. Several years ago, my 10-year-old niece noticed Victoria's cross necklace. She asked, is Victoria Jewish? No. Are you scared? At the time, I didn't even think, what a strange question. I said no, but I was. Fear of being wiped out explained why my niece was afraid, why I was afraid. It explained why I was becoming so Jewish all of a sudden. On Sebastian's 8th day, we had the bris. Victoria nixed the snip and drip, but she embraced the Jewish tradition. While Victoria's mom and cousins looked on, the moil sang Hebrew prayers and cut the penis on our dining room table. Then the moil held Sebastian above the crowd like Rafiki in The Lion King. Ma tabenya mobabiti baba. That day I thought, I'll do anything for Victoria. 3 months later, we went out to the backyard. I had Sebastian on one hip and Tashi by my other side. Victoria told me to stand with the trees behind us. She handed a big glass bowl of tap water to her dad, who would act as our baptizer. Then she snapped pictures. We dressed Sebastian in a white onesie with angel wings sewn to the back. Abuelo lifted the bowl over Sebastian's head. He said, Sebastian, el Padre, el Hijo, el Espíritu Santo. Abuelo poured. Sebastian wiggled. Abuelo baptized Tashi next. Then he baptized me. It was more than just a little water. It's been 3 years since my baptism. Now I wake up Saturday mornings and insist the family go to services before the kids go to Hebrew school. I bring out the candles on Friday night, and I have taught both children the Hebrew blessings. The baptism worked. It turned me into a Jew.